Hello guys, and welcome to episode 3 of my Total War Warhammer 2 playthrough, playing as the Von Carsteins on very hard difficulty. This is Mortal Empires and we're going for world domination. Today it starts with simple upgrades. We won the battle at Castle Tempelhof. We need to level up our vampires. So first thing I'm going to get is the Penumbral Pendulum, just because it's so damn good. Isabella von Carstein can get herself the Hunger, which allows her to regenerate in melee combat, which is very, very useful, especially considering we are using her a lot in melee combat at the moment. Melissa, not sure which we want to get here. Which spell? I think we're going to get Doom and Darkness, because the minus leadership, if used at the right time, can be great for breaking enemy units. So that is everything done. And since we've already moved our forces this turn, we can move on to the next turn. Speed things up. I'm surprised that we haven't been declared on by another nation just yet, but I'm sure eventually people will start to hate me. The main problem I foresee at the moment is vampiric corruption and the lack of it spreading. We're definitely going to have to invest in buildings that do spread vampiric corruption.
Hath no one taught thee to respect thine elders?
Well, we're not going to take their peace treaty, we are going to carry on. Although what we could do, because no one will ever like us anyway, is take that peace treaty and attack them the next turn. It would make us treacherous, but at the end of the day, who really gives a damn? Be at war with Karakadran in the next 7 turns. It is Hellfen all over again. This time the vampire counts will be victorious. Declare war on the dwarves. We could go ahead and do that. I think attacking and killing the dwarves sooner than later is definitely a good idea, because their late game units are terrifying. Things like Iron Breakers and the like. But before we do that, I think what I'm going to do is let Isabella kill this chap. Mind. Just reinforce here. We will attack with Vlad. And I think this is an auto-resolve. It's going to be, I think, this first auto-resolve of the campaign, possibly. Since it's only 100, we're going to take the replenishment. And that's going to leave Fort Oberstyre for us to take. And we are going to sack that. And then we'll have Isabella take it. Lovely. So that now gives us the cemetery at Western Sylvania. Got ourselves some more items. And Tempelhof is destroyed. Now, one thing I am wondering is if we can ever recruit Manfred. I'm assuming we just put him back in his grave for another 1,000 years. Because it would be nice to have him as a legendary lord that joins Isabella and Vlad, but I guess they probably don't want help, especially from Manfred. Let's grab Ray's Dead, and he also has another skill point, so I think I'm going to put that into Mesmerizing Aura, because it does give us +5 melee attack and defense, which is a decent bonus. One of our vampires leveled up. Let's get Smoke and Mirrors, the extra speed for map wide is very nice. And Isabella's also leveled up. I think we're going to do a similar thing with her. Go down the vampire magic tree. Get raised dead. And our death vampire can get soul blight. We can also now upgrade the spread corruption, which would have also been a decent choice. I think I'm okay with the choices that I chose. We do have the cash to upgrade Castle Tempelhof, so I think I might go ahead and do that. Then we shall save the rest of the money, unless there is something useful that I can recruit. I guess we may as well get some Vargeist, right? Let's grab a couple of those. They will cost me an extra 288 upkeep per turn each. That's not too bad, we still have more than enough. With that done, time to head back over to Waldenhof, but what we're going to do this turn is jump into Castle Tempelhof to fully replenish our men. Although, I guess we could stay in Waldenhof before we attack Karak-Kadrin. One thing that will be annoying though, especially with the dwarves, because a lot of their units are very well armoured, and we don't really have much armour piercing early on, we will lose in the sort of melee combat. We're going to be very reliant on these Vargeists to deal damage. Might also be reliant on the Blood Knights as well. Although they don't really have many large units. Commandment is available in Western Sylvania. I guess we're just going to push for more attacks again. Public order's fine, it will solve itself over time. We have like almost 100% vampiric corruption in both. That's making our public order very positive. It's only the conquest really that's affecting it negatively. Okay. It's fine, let's end the turn. What I might do with the vampire in Vlad's army is move it temporarily into Isabella's, so that we get ourselves the bonus for melee attack and melee defense. Nice, we already have a full army though, and that we've taken all of this land very quickly. Owning both Western and Eastern Sylvania this quickly is really good. So, quest issued to take Bechhafen. Interesting. Blood drinker thirsts. The sword has lain dormant for centuries, and so the blade has dulled, its once golden pommel tarnished. The sword must drink, it must be bathed in blood. Only then will its pommel brighten and the blade shine again. Vlad has returned. The sword's one true owner sees it is in a sorry state, and begins a campaign to quench its thirst in the blood of Sigmar's sons. Vlad has already decided on the target. He will strike where he did once before. Ostermark sits ripe and plump like a suckling pig basting over a hot fire. It is ready to be consumed.
The von Carstein.
While I guess we are attacking Ostermark, since that is a quest for his weapon, which is very, very useful. It gives +5 vampiric corruption in the local province. So, well worth having sooner than later. Let's go ahead and start that quest. We can attack Essen next turn. It looks relatively undefended as well. Let's recruit ourselves a hero if we can. We can get ourselves another vampire. We can get ourselves a death vampire. Or a shadows vampire. I think a death vampire will be nice. Especially a tough one. Which gives them extra armor and melee defense.
Yes.
Definitely a good vampire to have in accompaniment of Isabella. Also has rank 4 straight off the bat, so we'll put one in to spread corruption, and then I think I'm just going to make this one really good in melee combat. So we'll get wide-eyed, the extra melee attack. We should also max out impassioned actually, because the melee defense of these vampires is pretty damn low. Okay. That is everything. We'll move on to the next turn once again. Kadrin has moved in a massive army to their capital, so attacking them was probably not the best idea. Looks like Ostermark actually just declared war on Talabek land, so that's even more of a reason to attack them. Start chewing into the Empire a little bit. So many damn nations to get through. Alright. Time for a battle. The battle for Essen. And since we will want Isabella to back up Vlad eventually, I'm going to start moving her in that direction. And we'll have this vampire join her. Can we recruit another one? No, we cannot. We are 3 out of 3. Another thing that we can do is move the zombies from Vlad's army into Isabella's army as we get more and more better units in Vlad's army. First things first, let's declare war on Ostermark. We are allied with Ostland, but that should be fine.
Blood! The world will be mine!
Alright, it looks like it's going to be pretty simple. We'll just have my flying units destroy their crossbowmen, whilst I hold them on the ground with the zombies and so on. Let's fight this battle on the battle map. We can also wipe out their leader here. He will fall to the sword of Vlad. The map is looking quite hilly, but due to us having Vanguard deployment, it shouldn't really matter. We can just charge down upon them. Pretty decent unit ranks now as well, which is going to make these units even stronger. Didn't realise the melee defense of Velbats is so damn high. I guess it makes sense, because they are pretty hard to hit. Like I said, just going to spread out my infantry and use that to hold the line. I'll keep my Blood Knights up here with my Direwolves. Have my Vampire and Vlad move forwards. And these guys are just going to be looking for the ranged forces. Let's start the deployment. Start the battle. We're on 24 wins, which is nice. Time to charge into the face of them. Okay, and we're going to have Vlad focus on their leader. I might just have my Blood Knights and Direwolves move around the flank. The crossbowmen are going to fall back soon enough, and when they do, we will destroy them with our flying units. We'll just take out this one. I'll just use the Velbats to take out those, and then the Var guys can take out the other ones. Yeah, these guys are already running away. They're gonna get decimated by the swarm. Beautiful.
Crush the breathers. I drink their blood.
Right, let's grab ourselves a Melkos Mystifying Miasma. We'll put it down here.
Blood magic.
And I'm gonna have these now attack the back of those spearmen with shields. Those guys are completely shattered. Fantastic. Right, those guys are shattered as well. Bring the Var guys over here. Gonna try and get them into these swordsmen and so on. We'll have one go into each of these units. That should get the job done. Let's continue the attack onto this general. Never mind. Let's raise some skeletons behind these swordsmen. I actually have 7 charges of that.
Find me if you dare.
Okay, let's now charge these swordsmen. Have the zombies coming behind. Oh, they're not quite skeletons but warriors yet because we haven't upgraded the spell. But killing their lord there is really good, as it's going to completely break them. And we can have our Vargeist now contribute on the left flank. We are going to lose some zombies, but I don't really mind. Let's just get my Blood Knights to come in and clean things up. And we're going to get units of our Felbats to go and attack the rest of their forces that are running. That is victory. I think it's a settlement battle, wasn't it? So we can just end the battle straight away. 433 losses. Mostly just our crappy front line. Don't mind about that. Look at those swordsmen and how many of them were still alive. They're just absolutely terrified of the swarm. I think I would be as well. It's a lot of Felbats. Those Var guys got a lot of kills. Barely took any damage as well. Another good thing is that Vlad is fantastic at destroying these enemy leaders. I think we are going to probably just occupy, as I don't want to make the provincial instability too high, since the amount of vampiric corruption here is pretty low. And that will definitely affect public order. Lack of corruption, yeah, minus 15. What an absolute nightmare. How much does difficulty give? Minus 4. Okay. So yeah, we're going to have to be a little bit careful about that. And what I'm going to do, we're not actually going to boot these zombies, I don't think. I'll just raise the dead next turn. And then give those zombies to Isabella and they can replenish with her. Because they do have like unit ranks, so why not? Let's now upgrade Drakenhof. We're already upgrading Tempelhof, Castle Tempelhof, so that's fine.
Von Carstein.
And we've already started to edge our way into the land of the living. We'll end the turn, and we'll carry on to Bechhafen, which is the ultimate target for the quest. For Vlad's quest for his sword. Everland has declared war on Wissenland. Empire in civil war. They do love to attack each other. But I guess that is their traits. It's all about civil war all the time, isn't it? They're relying on Karl Franz to unite them once again. Going to be unlikely, especially with us about. We'll just be uniting zombies.
Bow!
An enemy within. One of your spies, who flits between the courts of mortal men, seems to be straying from his appointed task. He is a being that still breathes, but craves the red kiss. Perhaps a visit is in order to remind him of who he serves. Give him a whiff of immortality, or snap his neck. Not really sure which one is better. Probably minus hero action cost at this point. Because we're not really doing anything. I mean, it doesn't really matter. We'll give him a whiff of immortality. Why not? Emmanuel Posner. I think we'll get the enfeebling foe. Stacks quite well with Vlad's spells. Now, do I want to stay here and get the replenishment? I'm not sure. What I am going to do, though, is get Isabella to catch up. We're going to give her these zombies. And we're going to grab ourselves these soldiers. I think we'll move to the border so that we don't take attrition. And then we will continue north in the next turn towards Bechhafen. Hopefully I can sort of siege it in the next turn, and then we can bring Isabella up to kind of help us out. I might even bring her up this turn, get her nice and close so that she's able to reinforce us straight away, especially with 2 more Vargeis. Yes, the public order here is declining very quickly, but if we take Bechhafen, then that will put us in a pretty good spot, because then we can just fend off the rebellion from there. Only 1 turn until minus upkeep for fell bats and dire wolves. So that's good, and then we'll be moving towards Master of the Swarm, which Vlad certainly appears to be. Let's move on to the next turn. Just got to hope that the dwarves don't declare war on us in the meantime, because we are pretty spread out right now. And we don't really have the economy to support another army. So I would have to send either Isabella or Vlad back, and that's not really ideal. I guess Kalak Kadrin might have more to worry about than me, especially with all of the orcs. I do kind of want the orcs to win though, because I'd much rather fight late game orc units than I would dwarf units. I should probably say greenskins, because that's what they're called in Warhammer due to copyright reasons, but there we go. The migration. A great migration comes to our borders, demanding shelter from larger threats abroad. Do we let them cross into our territory or turn them away? -3 public order in all provinces, but extra growth and minus recruitment time. I don't think we need the growth right now. We've just upgraded both of our main settlements, so we're good. Okay. Time to attack Bechhafen. I'll grab the skeleton spearman here, and we'll carry on. Oh, it does have a pretty damn big army there.
Unstoppable.
And we're not actually in range to attack. Oh, that's awkward, especially considering the I was going to say, especially considering the attrition we're getting. That sucks. I guess we'll just have Isabella follow up. Why not? Is she in range? Reinforce? I might just go back a bit so that they are in range to reinforce each other. Then if they attack us, we're fine. Also, if I'm further back, the garrison doesn't get involved. So I'm hoping that they attack me in this position. If they don't, then we'll just have to assault them. Which may get ugly, but due to the amount of Vargeist we have, should still be fine. We've got a new construction slot here. I guess I'll probably want to get a defiled Khan, because that will enable us to make Black Knights, which can be very useful indeed. In order to get Blood Knights, we will need a Vampire's Keep, and that is quite a long way away. 15,000 that would cost, and it needs a level 5 settlement. All those beautiful late game units. Terrorgeists, Blood Knights, Mortis Engine. Cannot wait. I guess we end the turn. I might be able to recruit myself some more men. I'll probably just grab a bunch of zombies. Help us with this attack. Now I did see an Ostermark army there actually move away. They left Bechhafen undefended? I guess we'll find out. Now one thing that we will want to actually do is get one of our agents to go and find the Vampire Coast and also Musalon. Because if we do that, we might be able to improve our relations with them over time and then eventually confederate them, which would be good. Right, I think we're going to safeguard against Chaos Corruption. I don't really need this 3,000 cash. The extra Vampiric Corruption will be nice. That will definitely help us out. Yeah, they left Bechhafen. What's that about? Okay, well, I guess Bechhafen's mine then. Sure, why not? I'm guessing they assumed that this would stop me from taking it, but obviously not. Let's grab Isabella, bring her up to help us out, and we will fight this on the battle map. Should be a relatively quick battle. Have all of our soldiers just scale the walls, skeletons, and then just swarm them. It's quite literally the same strategy over and over again for now, until we get some better units. Look at the unit ranks. It is obviously going to increase very quickly, mainly due to Vlad's trait. And one thing that we will want to make use of in future is when our units reach rank 9, is actually swap them out of the main army and give them to other leaders. And the reason for that is, obviously you're wasting XP if the unit's already rank 9, especially considering Vlad's such a powerhouse in leveling up armies. So let's focus on this left side. That is absolutely fine. We'll once again get our Blood Knights and Direwolves to hit the main gate. These can all climb. These can fly behind. We'll gamble for more wins, and we'll start the battle. Let's fly on in. Give our orders. Right, And these guys need to go hit the gate. More Vargeist here, let's bring those over. Okay, let's just move these skeletons next to these ones. There we go. Go climb up the walls over here. Same with these skeletons. Just go and get that wall. Meanwhile, these guys will need to come over to the gatehouse. These are crossbowmen on the walls, so I might just be able to slam into them at this rate. Yeah, let's do it. We'll just smash these crossbowmen to pieces. I'll smash the ones next to them as well. Might be a bit premature because we haven't actually got any men on the walls yet, but I mean, when you have this many men, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Bow before me.
Right, let's grab some zombies, put them inside.
I will.
Those zombies can start attacking the spearmen there. There you go. Job done. Just take off again. Get off the walls, please. We can start to focus down some of the units attacking our skeletons as they come up the walls. Those swordsmen now. Beautiful. Right, we are smashing them to pieces. Is gate broken yet? 86%. Just cannot even see the men in there. They are just getting annihilated. And the gate is open. Let's come on through. I might stop these from running through. Yeah, let's have the dire wolves and so on come back. Isabella and her vampires can come through though. And my flying units have done their job. So time to pull off the walls once again. And then we can smash into those guys on the other side. Oh boy. Just so much damage.
Isabella von Carstein.
I'm going to put them into a separate group and we're going to just smash these spearmen on the walls here. Alright. Well, these units have all taken their objectives. We'll just attack these swordsmen now. Most of the units are already routing. We're going to go and kill off Albert van Stroll. And what I'm going to do is leave these guys a lovely Melkos Mystifying Miasma.
We are immortal.
It is cool when they start to run away because the swarm actually becomes a swarm rather than like a spam of units on top of one another. Kill those crossbowmen. How dare they pepper me with crossbow bolts. Should also go and kill those swordsmen. And look at him run. Good luck. They are so damn dead. Alright, let's now focus on those swordsmen over there, since those are broken. And this guy, although he has his holy weapons,
Vampire.
My vampires are perfectly okay.
Tremble, mortals!
I can also just put this on him.
Bring death!
Probably asking me why I don't get these skeletons involved, but
Vampire!
if I did, it would make it difficult for these other guys to come over. Put the spirit leech on him.
Blood magic!
There we go. I killed him. And a decisive victory. Easy peasy. I'm tempted to trade out one of the Fellbats in Vlad's army for some more of those Vargeists that are in Isabella's army. One thing we're going to have to wait for now is Ostermark to come back and attack us. So that will be the next big battle. Since they've lost their homeland, they will definitely come and attack us, I think. Either that or suicide into Kislev. Now for us, it's probably worth keeping Kislev alive, because otherwise Chaos won't really have much resistance. That is lovely. I think we are going to sack this.
I am going.
And then we will take it.
Vlad von Carstein. All shall
And that is going to affect the public order quite significantly. But it should be fine. We're going to get rid of the cemetery. We already have cursed fields in Essen, so that is fine. And we completed our quest. So now we need to carry out a successful assassination attempt against one character belonging to the Empire provinces. Vlad rampages through Ostermark, yet the elect accounts seem unfazed. News takes a while to filter through the Empire. Perhaps they have only heard rumours and refuse to acknowledge Vlad's return. Either that, or they do not care and look inwardly on their own squabbles. A surgical strike is needed to make the fools realise that no one is beyond Carstein's reach. The Empire provinces can be any one of these lot, which is fine.
Descendant of Batur.
Just stay nearby here. I think I'm going to swap out
King of
one of these Fellbats like I mentioned.
devourer of light.
I guess we'll have to get Isabella to do it. There we go. So now he has 4 Vargeists. But unfortunately, guys, it has been my time. So I'm going to have to leave it here. In the next episode, we'll probably be fighting off Ostermark, but that has given us another entire province under our command. We've got plenty of cash, so we can upgrade stuff here and there. But that's all for now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.